Imagine having a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other, both whispering conflicting advice, and you caught up in the middle of it. Yeah, just like in the cartoons. This inner struggle represents the battle between our actions and our beliefs. You know that feeling that you get when you do something you wanted to do, knowing that if you might be frowned upon by society or your mom if you get caught and they find out? Well, what causes that belief is something that Don Miguel Ruiz describes and calls domestication in his book, The Four Agreements. In his book, Don Miguel explains how we adopt beliefs as children that form the foundation and our worldviews, instilled by our parents, society, and authority figures. I'm going to share with you 3 common beliefs that led me to cognitive dissonance as I grew older. One of them was respect your elders, another one was money equals success, and the last one was that failing is bad. When I was a kid, my mom always told me that I have to respect my elders, never raise my hand at them or disrespect them in any way or form. Elders were the first example of authority figures in my life, and as I grew older, I did witness the elders do questionable things that made me wonder if they were even worthy of my respect. But as my mom said, I have to respect them. This belief changed when I heard my Indian brother Kurt Billy say, "Be careful who you call an elder, because even stupid people grow old." So I sat back and I gave that statement a little bit of thought, and after a little bit of time I concluded that he was right. I have met 60-year-old adolescents who I will never take advice for or even bother to ask for it again. Elders are also human beings who are prone to make mistakes. Some of them learn from their mistakes, and some of them don't care for them. The real challenge lies in identifying which elder is which. In this day and age, we have been led to believe that success is measured by what you possess and how much money you have in the bank. This has caused us to believe that life revolves around money and that money buys you happiness. Even though I have never possessed a tremendous amount of money, I have found myself in happy places without it. To me, success in life is defined by the strength and the health of my relationships with my family. Like the great Biggie Smalls stated in one of his songs, "More money, more problems for you." Those problems will keep you chasing money to try and fix and solve those problems. And at the same time, you will neglect your family. I believe that time is the only thing we spend in this world without ever knowing the remaining balance. So I suggest that you spend it wisely. Find something that you like to do and figure out how to monetize from it. That way, you will never have to work a day in your life. Yeah, you might not make a fortune, but you will be happy, and happiness amounts to success. I also remember during my school days where I was supposed to and expected to bring home good grades, and led to believe the failing was bad. And when I did fail, I was lectured and told not to fail again, causing me to feel shameful, incompetent, and worthless. Unfortunately, that has had an impact in my life till this day. I developed the fear of failure, and I figured that if I didn't try something new, I would not fail. As I've grown older, I've made many mistakes and had a lot of failures. Some of them could have been avoided if I had dealt with my fear of failure and wasn't afraid to fail. From those failures, I've learned many valuable lessons, and if it wasn't for those failures, I probably wouldn't be here today sharing this insight with you. I've also learned that taking risks and learning from my mistakes is an essential part of growth. I once heard someone say that the person who makes it is that person who failed countless times and still tried just one more time. If we want to get rid of those characters on our shoulders, we must get in touch with our inner child and understand where we adopted those beliefs from, question them as adults, credit or discredit them, and maybe adopt new beliefs that align with our experiences and our authentic selves. We have to learn to identify what triggers our fears, self-judgment, guilt, and shame, understanding the conflict between the conditioned self and our authentic self. I truly believe that each and every one of us was born with a unique superpower, a gift to humanity, but not everyone gets to explore and find it because we are too distracted and too busy, focused with everything going on outside of us and around us, that we forget about what's really going on within us. Don't be afraid to stand out and be who you really are. Your authenticity is more valuable than the acceptance that comes from conforming. And as Ralph Emerson said, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment ever. Thank you.